7-0 when he gets it. From the 28, here is Breeze with time. End zone shot. They are down. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tommy Lee Lewis. At the 12, first down, New Orleans. And Breeze, play action. End zone wide open for the walk-in touchdown. Austin Carr.
Once again, just sneaking out there. You put so much.
At 37, Breeze doing it. At 39, going up top. And it's caught by Dan Arnold for the touchdown.
The look off all the way to the left. He comes all the way back right, Mike. And I told you about Dan Arnold, former wide receiver. Matched up against the linebacker.
Breeze goes. Other side, Kirkwood. Touchdown. All the newbies are catching him on Thanksgiving night.
Catch the ball. It has to be a lot more competitive.
This week's edition of Tigers Roar. I'm Tommy Price here with Jordy Hultberg.
Festive crowd.
How are you, sir?
Who says the holidays have just begun? We do. Let's go.
I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving week. Christmas is around the corner. Lots of holiday specials going on here at Scoreboards, where we tape this show on Wednesdays. You're always welcome to come out like some folks did tonight. Hey, the New Orleans Saints play tomorrow night.
Yep.
7:20 kick in Dallas. There's a watch party here at Scoreboards. They'll have $1 draft beer, $1 wine. They'll have the boiled snow crabs, the boiled shrimp. Come out here and see if the Saints can make it 11 in a row. But, Jordy, it's Tigers Roar. We got to talk about LSU.
Yes. I was in the Superdome for the Saints game against the Falcons.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
It was rocking.
It's been a while. That place was nutsville. Home field advantage is everything. And all I can say about LSU and A&M is I've never, ever, ever seen a game quite like that where everything went in favor of one team and everything that could go wrong went to the benefit of another team. And if they ever wanted to create a rivalry,
it's done.
It's there. It is there. Welcome to LSU A&M.
You know, and I mean, we had a big crowd here at Scoreboards watching the game. We did the post-game show here after, and of course the response was text messaging, Facebook Live, and all that stuff. And I'm telling you, Jordy, I'm usually not at a loss for words. You know that. You know me a long time. When we started the post-game show, I'm like, buddy, I
was exhausted. I was exhausted, but I couldn't go to sleep.
I couldn't. I didn't know what to say, and that's not like me. But the bottom line is, A&M won. That's not going to change, and we got some things we'll talk about with it.
Thing I remember the most, I couldn't remember what happened in the first half, the third quarter. I couldn't remember. It was just the overtime, and there were so many dramatic plays, and you were like euphoric, and then, oh my gosh, and then up and then down. It was bizarre.
It was a roller coaster. Yep, the refereeing and Steve Shaw, the coordinator of officials for the SEC, came out.
What else is he going to say?
He cannot say anything else.
What else is he going to do?
I'm going to only hope that behind closed doors a whole lot more was said and done, and I think it was. Now, in spite of that,
yes,
LSU had opportunities to win that football game.
Oh, golly. Just make a first down or let your defense on fourth and forever. Don't let them score. Game's over.
Yeah, so aside from the officiating, whatever you want to say about that, that's fine. However, they had times that they could have walked off that field with a W, offensively and defensively, on numerous occasions.
Yep.
And for whatever reason, it didn't get done. And as you said, that rivalry is now born.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
You know, that's the first time they won since they've been in the league. We know that whole story. And now it is on. Forget that boot trophy thing with Arkansas. That contrived thing never did take off. A&M, as long as they're not playing Texas anymore, which there's now a bill in the Texas legislature to force them to play.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen, but
I bet it does.
well, we'll see.
I bet it does.
But then they said they wanted to play the week of Thanksgiving. But if they can lock this LSU A&M thing in rivalry, it's going to be interesting. But anyway, Coach Orgeron, you know, he had a lot to say. He was mad. Everybody was mad after the game, upset, disappointed. It is what it is. You can't change it. But I will say this. Tuesday night, the College Football Playoff Committee rankings came out. That's the one before the real one. Come this Sunday.
They call that the penultimate. The penultimate.
And before the bowl came, LSU's number 10. And this is what I want to do, Jordy. Let's go back to August. If we'd have told fans in August.
I hate when you do that. I hate when you
I'm
do
doing
it.
it anyway.
Well, of course they would say, yeah, we'll take it. Of course.
Yeah, but
when
nobody would have
But when they
imagined
were
it.
with only one, when they were undefeated headed to Florida, they had greater expectations then. So, I mean, it's all irrelevant. It is what it is. Your record is what your record is.
Yeah, well, they're 10th. I don't.
But if you think LSU fans are satisfied at 9-3, I will.
No, they're not.
Completely
not even
disagree with you.
close. No, I
completely
wasn't my
disagree.
point at all. My point was no one
I
expected
know,
them to
no
be
one,
there.
yeah, but LSU fans expect more, and the national media said they're going to be 6-6, 7-6. LSU fans will never say that, ever,
Right. So
ever.
But
They shouldn't be.
It is what it is, and of course, we'll find out Sunday what bowl game. Could still be a New Year's Six game. They're talking Peach Bowl or Fiesta Bowl, and we'll see what happens, and we'll know on Sunday for sure where they play and who they play.
I just hope the committee does the right thing and pits Central Florida against Florida. That would be a nice little attraction, and then LSU, whether it be, heck, it could be Washington State, it could be Michigan, it could be Boise State, who knows?
Yeah.
I can't even begin to speculate.
Well, and of course, right now the focus for LSU is recruiting.
Yeah,
Early signing period, December 19, 20, and 21. The coaches are out. They're making home visits. The head coach, which he can do a little different recruiting at this time of the year, he's making home visits, and it's all about recruiting
Let's
now.
put it this way. If any coach is in their office, they're dropping the ball.
Yeah, and it'll
They're
probably
out, they got to
fired.
be out and about.
Yeah.
Out and about.
So it's all about recruiting.
And then next weekend is the in the Superdome. So LSU always has a suite in the dome, and they entertain
for the high school,
for the high
yeah.
school championship games. So that's always a big to-do as well.
Of course, Will Wade's team loses a couple down in Orlando, and he wasn't real happy about it.
Making
He didn't
some
have
changes.
a fun birthday.
Making some
so
changes.
he's back to the drawing board, as they say, huh?
He says he's doing what he knows works. So he gave them all that freedom on the offensive end. And that's good if you have a veteran ball club, but they got a lot of youth mixed in, and everybody loves that 3-ball. And so now they're going to change some things up. They're going to shorten the rotation, which I think is the right thing to do. They're going to give them more structure offensively, which I believe will make them better defensively. So we'll talk about that as well.
And of course, a lot of attention has already shifted, but even more so now to the New Orleans Saints. They've won 10 straight. It's tough to win one NFL football game. They've won 10 in a row. They're a touchdown favorite tomorrow night in Dallas.
Dallas talking some smack, aren't
I know,
they?
what is that?
They feel like they're invincible. They won 3 in a row. Well, the Who Dat Nation's coming.
Saints got that guy number 9. Look out.
Look out. I'm going to tell you what.
Talk about your experience in the Dome.
I hadn't been there in a while, and that place on a Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, packed to the rafters, louder than loud. Atlanta had no shot. I'm telling you, home field advantage for the Saints is running abundant. But Drew Brees is so precise. But I'm going to tell you right now, Alvin Kamara, no wonder Butch Jones isn't coaching anymore. How he didn't play that guy and give him the ball 30 times a game is beyond me. He is electric. So good.
He is the real deal.
And the defense is getting better and better and better. Sheldon Rankins, that's the
he has
difference.
gotten better.
That's the difference. He does that little shimmy after he makes a sack. People go crazy. They love it.
Hey, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's tell you what we got coming up on this week's edition of Tigers Roar here. We got a little recap of the LSU A&M game with all the key plays and the overtimes and all that. We're going to hear from Drew Brees. We're going to hear from Sean Payton. And a little bit later, we're going to join by Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com. Because a little earlier this evening, a major commitment for the class of 2020. That's all I'm going to say. We'll let Mike talk about it. And we've even got some video, so you do not want to go anywhere. You want to check out Tigers Roar. And in case you missed it on the Wednesday night, mid-morning Thursday, it's at youtube.com/Pelican Broadcasting. And by the way, when you go to that YouTube page, Sports Update with Kate is there. She had Christian Locouture on the program this week. The Roger Kadar Show. Last week's post games, hundreds of views for that once it got to YouTube, so you can always check that out. Once again, we're at Scoreboards. There's a watch party Thursday night for the Saints and the Cowboys. Kicks at 7:20, but happy hour is going to start at 4. Roll right through the game with $1 Miller Draft Beer, $1 wine, the boiled snow crabs, the boiled shrimp, the rest of the menu. It's kid friendly. You want to check that out. Scoreboards on Coursey Boulevard between Sherwood Forest and Airline.
Thursday night,
And
Saints.
You eat
Can't beat
soup.
some soup. I've been a little bit under the weather. It's delicious. A little corn, shrimp, potato. Delicious. So come watch the Saints. Let's have a party. That's fun.
It's all.
And I hope they run Dallas out of Jerry's joint. Just run them out.
And don't forget, connect with Scoreboards on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Let's take a break, come back, and we'll have a recap of that LSU Texas A&M game for you right here on Tigers Roar, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans, live from Scoreboards on Coursey Boulevard. Stay with us.
Going golfing. Ooh. Off to golf.
You're picking that up.
Off to the range, honey.
Bye.
Oh, that was close. Glad you got the backup camera installed.
Yep.
You don't need a new car to have new technology. Mike's Audio, conveniently located on Airline Highway near the corner of Bluebonnet.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Hi, I'm Jordy Helper for Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market at 12451 Old Jefferson Highway. Chairman's Reserve steaks, their pork, their chicken, their seafood, top of the line. Primo barbecue pits, Icy Tech coolers. They can go anywhere and cater anything for you. Go to 751-7665 to call Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market, where good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market.
Are you ready for this year's formal events? Weddings, homecoming, Mardi Gras, prom, pageants. Debbie's Bridal is having an inventory blowout sale. Don't be left out. Prices range from 20% off to 80% off. Happening now. Debbie's Bridal, Burnside in Gonzales.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge, a CLK multifamily management property. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. Stop by Cypress Lake Apartments, call 225-293-6789, or go online, live at cypresslakeapts.com.
continue with Tigers Roar from scoreboards on Coursey Boulevard in Baton Rouge, Georgia. You hit the nail on the head. The rivalry has been born.
Damien Craig,
what's his deal, huh?
That is a disgruntled.
I mean, how old is this guy?
Disgruntled former child, and doing the things that he did, that's just absurd.
Yeah, obviously a lot of stuff after the game that you don't like to see, can't see.
That's Jimbo Fisher's boy, though, so he's not going to do anything.
No, you got to handle it internally, you know. I tell you what, though, Fisher took a beating on social media.
Did he?
They all went back to that's crab leg guy. You know, he let Jameis Winston keep playing amid all of that.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it's all about winning. But, all of that was unfortunate.
Crazy.
And whatnot. But the bottom line, it was a record-setting game. And here's the thing that, I don't know, your thought on this. A&M ran 106 plays, 3 penalties. LSU, 90-something plays, 10 penalties.
10 penalties. Everything that could have gone right for A&M went their way. Sometimes it's just not in the cards for you. And to LSU's credit, to battle back the way they did and to come back like they did late in the game. And then, how good was Joe Burrow in that game?
Oh, fantastic.
It was phenomenal. They finally, the truth finally came out where they said we couldn't run him because Miles Brennan was hurt and we had no quarterback. Last game, go for it.
You'll like this one. They combined, obviously, for 146 points. The 2 contests between A&M and LSU in basketball last year did not reach that. Neither game combined. One was 130
That's not good for basketball. That's not good. I don't want to hear that.
But, so anyway, they outscored the matchups. But the rivalry is there. And, I liked Coach Orgeron's comment he made on local radio the other day. He asked him, is it a rivalry? He said, I wish we played them tomorrow.
Yep.
That was a good answer. Okay?
Absolutely.
Hey, we got a recap put together for you.
This might last the whole show.
The good, the bad, the ugly, the incredible. There was some incredible athletic plays. That one catch by that A&M kid.
Ooh, how good is he?
Was phenomenal. But anyway, one more look at LSU, Texas A&M.
Last Saturday in November, number 7 LSU, number 22 Texas A&M. Georgia playing its best football of the season. Meanwhile, Kellen Mond now 2 straight completions. But this one is a loss and a fumble. It's stripped away. Streaking the other way is Michael Divinity. Touchdown LSU. Fake to Brissett. Moreau. Touchdown. Bulldozing his way to give the LSU Tigers the lead.
I didn't think Moreau was going to be able to get out. It looked like he was hung up at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to fight his way loose.
For Texas A&M down 7, Mond trouble with the snap, almost went down to a knee, and that ball is picked off. It's Delpit that'll put it away with his 6th interception of the season. LSU is going to 10 wins. Let's take a look here as White comes in after Mond struggles with this snap, and that knee almost went down. That is what they're looking at there.
Yeah. Did he possess the ball when his knee was down? Or did his knee go down before he grabbed the football?
Touching a live ball with your knee down, I mean the play is dead.
After review, the quarterback's knee was down at the 39-yard line. Ball will be placed there where it will be 3rd down. Please set the game clock to 36 seconds.
Game on the line. Mond, end zone. Caught! Courtney Davis!
You don't make any bigger catches than this one. And Kellen Mond, who has struggled this entire half through a strike, and Courtney Davis made it count. 4 catches, 64 yards for Davis, and a touchdown on the final possession.
Now it's Mond with Williams blocking in front. Touchdown! Brissett stretches to the goal line. Touchdown. Jefferson.
A&M brought corner pressure from the opposite side, the left side of the formation. You see Renfro doesn't get home. Miles Jones, who was able to break up a would-be touchdown catch earlier, had a chance that time.
Burrow rolls out, got it. Jefferson. Of time, but nothing to find. Jump ball to the end zone. Rodgers, I think, made that catch, and there's a flag. Wow!
The PI all over. How does he make this catch? But does. I don't think that ball ever made contact with the ground. Watch Terrence Alexander pull his left hand down, and Rodgers stays with this football
to extend the game. On. Got it! It's Rodgers again! It's been a while since Edwards-Helaire has been in the game. Here he is. Looks like he's going to throw. Carter, touchdown. Why not?
Well, if Burrow's going to be your runner, then Edwards-Helaire naturally should be your passer. And Torrey Carter should be the receiver, who we just mentioned gets almost no targets and now makes 2 catches in the 5th overtime.
Mond, end zone, touchdown, Rodgers again.
Mond stepping up in the pocket, didn't flush out, kept his eyes downfield, and he's able to hit Kendrick Rodgers.
This has turned into the game of the week on rivalry weekend, and Mond has Sternberger, touchdown. Rodgers again, why not?
LSU's over the football quickly.
And Burrow keeps it himself, touchdown LSU. Now it's the 2-point conversion to try to keep the game going. Burrow, got it. D. Anderson says he's not ready to go home.
Touchdown scoring catch.
Burrow running all night into the end zone. Touchdown. Mond, strike to Davis. Touchdown.
Courtney Davis, I guess he felt like he was getting overlooked. Rodgers getting all the attention. So why not catch another touchdown? And they do.
Mond, Rodgers fighting for the ball. Pass interference on Greedy Williams.
There's going to be another jump ball in the corner.
Wow, how about that?
Another flag. And the field judge threw his hat. He was out of flags.
And a false start.
You broke the huddle late. The play clock.
5-yard penalty. Repeat the try.
From outside the 5. Mond looking that way. Got it! It's Rodgers! The Aggies win the game of the year in the Southeastern Conference.
There you have it, right there.
And there was Marty, our great stage director.
I tell you what, too, Jordy. Speaking on behalf of the people that were here at scoreboards, I was here, Buddy was here, the crew. Big crowd, all the girls working. It was like overtime. Okay, cool. Okay, 2 overtimes. Then it was like somebody win this game. I mean,
the officials felt the same way. Believe me.
An hour and a half to play all them overtimes.
It's a lot of defensive snaps.
Of course, it's not often you have 7 overtimes, but somebody made the suggestion: put the ball in midfield, not the 25.
Why?
You can't react just to it. Right. That's the third 7 overtime game in 20 years.
Just play on.
You can't overreact. Now, if you had 7 overtimes every weekend, you might want to look at going with it.
I like the fact that after the second overtime, you have to go for the 2-point conversion. I think that's good. What else do you want? Yeah. I mean, it's different than the pro game. They want to make it different from the pro game. There's a lot of pros and cons to it. It is what it is. That was an exciting game. It was the game of the year. Sports Illustrated put it. The game of the year in college football was that game right there.
And I want to say this, too, and I saw a lot of this on social media, and a lot of friends made the comment. You really got to tip your hat to 170 football players, count both sidelines. The old thing we were always told, you got to leave it out there.
Yeah.
You give everything you got, then you worry about it the next day.
Not to sound this.
These guys LSU players and A&M players, that's the true competitor and warrior, and I mean, that you had to appreciate the talent and the effort.
They were gassed. The defenses were gassed. The advantage was for the offense. And so many people, in my opinion, and I'm no defensive specialist by any stretch of the imagination, but you give a quarterback that much time to throw it, I think you should have blitzed a little bit, put some pressure on him, make him get rid of the ball quicker. But he's just sitting there waiting like ducks on a pond, and eventually somebody's going to get open.
One way to make an average quarterback above average is give him time. Yeah. Plus, I don't care how good the secondary is, they can't cover them guys for very long.
Not that long.
That's too much skill and talent out there. You can't cover them up for 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds.
That's exactly right.
It's not going to happen.
Without a penalty and holding or whatever.
Back in your days on the hardwood, what was the most overtimes? Was it that Kentucky game? Y'all went 3?
We never went more. No. 2? Just one overtime.
One overtime?
Yeah, I never played in more than one.
No, never more than one?
No, by that time, no. That's different.
Okay, I didn't know if you had.
You played 5 minutes. You played 5 minutes, and that was it. You figure it out.
I do have a question for you. Is men's college basketball ever going to go to 4 quarters instead of 2 halves? Nobody else in the world plays 2 halves.
I think they like the unique factor of it. I really do.
What would if you were commissioner for a day, would you leave it alone?
I'm only used to one thing. That's the only thing I've ever played, ever covered as a player, a coach, and as an analyst. That's all I've ever known. So I think if you ask women's coaches, if it matters that much, I think they like having an extra timeout here or there, stoppage of play. But look, March Madness comes, nobody minds.
Nobody worries
about it.
All right, don't forget scoreboards. We'll be watching the Saints and the Cowboys. They kick at 7:20, but happy hour starts at 4 o'clock. Do have express lunch earlier in the day. Open at 11 a.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Holiday specials. They wish everybody Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
Bring the office party over
Holiday
here.
Cheer.
The business meetings. Come get some cocktails on the way home.
Can meet
get
Marty.
Some food and get a pan of the bread pudding.
Yep.
It's through the roof. You take that to a party with you, you'll be the talk of the party.
Now you'd have to call them and special order that.
Yeah, you got to
order in advance, and you will be the hit of the party. And you get to meet Marty here. He is the hit of scoreboards.
And you get to meet Stephanie and Cam.
And all the regular crew that shuffles in.
Shannon, the whole crew that's here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you need to be here at Scoreboards, Coursey Boulevard, between Airline and Sherwood Forest, right next door to Anton's Fine Jewelers. I know a lot of people are going to go shopping at Anton's for Christmas. Sneak over here before or after, get a bite to eat.
Ladies.
Get something to drink. Ladies, come on, ladies.
Bring your husbands, ladies. Have some cocktails, then go to Anton's.
Yes.
And, that's...
They'll spend a little more, right?
There you go. There you go.
Oh, man. So anyway, and don't forget to connect with Scoreboards on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also connect with Pelican on all 3 as well, as Pelican just added Instagram to their social media lineup. We'll take a break, come back. We will talk some, we got some interesting stuff for you. We'll get all of that. Still to come, some Saints Still to come, Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com. We'll get all of that and much, much more after this pause on Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
Creel Tree Service is a licensed and insured tree service providing tree and stump removal, topping, trimming, cabling, pruning, and fertilizing. We have free stump removal with takedowns, free estimates, affordable rates, and senior citizens discounts. Call 774-TREE. That's 774-8733. Get your yard ready for the warmer weather. If it deals with a tree, call me, Creel Tree Service, 774-8733. That's 774-TREE.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in BatonRouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows is honored to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
They said I could find you here. Why are you fishing? Our company's got to ship out 2 full color brochures and 20 color copies. You're killing me.
It's done. Designed, printed, packaged, and shipped.
How?
You just got to know the right people. Baker Printing, the printing people.
How come you get to fish in this private lake?
Like I said, you just got to know the right people. You can know the right people too.
Hi folks, Clarence Buggs here. Coach Roger Cador would take the time to tell you how to catch our brand new show, The Roger Cador Show, but as you can see, he's kind of busy right now out at Scoreboards, Baton Rouge's newest sports grill with food that is absolutely amazing. Catch the show 8 o'clock Tuesday nights, 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, and on Pelican Television's YouTube channel as well. You want to come out and have a great time. It's awesome, isn't it, Coach? Mm-hmm. Told you.
The Acord Eye Clinic has moved to a new office, just minutes from the old office at 8280 YMCA Plaza Drive, Building 9. Dr. Shonda Acord and her staff welcome patients of all ages, including children and adults. They have a wide variety of frames and sunglasses, including Maui Jim. The Acord Eye Clinic features modern instruments and state-of-the-art technology, including digital retinal scanning with Optomap, hard-to-fit contact lenses, as well as professional care and service. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5. Call for an appointment, 225-767-EYES, and visit the website, visionsource-br.com. The Acord Eye Clinic looks forward to seeing you.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
We continue with Tigers Roar here at Scoreboards. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Chrysan with you. Thank you for checking it out.
Here's the real star of the show.
YouTube.com/Pelican Broadcast. A nice crowd here at Scoreboards. We're now joined by Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com. He joins us on a weekly basis, and he's got a big announcement for you. Mike, good evening. How are you?
Hey, glad to be with you guys.
All right, Mike.
What is this news?
Yeah, a little earlier today. Tell us the big news.
Yeah, LSU got a second quarterback commitment for the class of 2020. Kind of a kid that I actually had the story written 2 weeks ago when he was in for the Rice weekend. Max Johnson, Brad Johnson, former NFL quarterback. His son, about 6'4", 200 pounds, was considered to be consensus a top 100 national player for the class of 2020. Committed LSU over Florida State, Georgia, and many other schools. Had offers all over the country. This is a kid who came to camp as a ninth grader when Les Miles was the coach. He was at camp when Matt Canada was the offensive coordinator. So between head coach changes, offensive coordinator changes, Ed Orgeron, Ensminger now there, this kid has been consistent in his taking a look at LSU for all these years. And I think that's pretty pivotal for Coach Orgeron, because you've got Peter Parrish committed for the 19 class, and you bring him in along with T.J. Finley for the class of 2020. And so you're looking like you're set for 3 years, along with developing Miles Brennan, and of course, Gavin Joe Burrow back for another year. So Max Johnson, Watkinsville, Georgia, Oconee County High, and what more can you say about a kid who's the son of a quarterback, a coach, a player, and his dad, Brad, is also this year the offensive coordinator on that football team. So I've got a big story coming on that. I did a lengthy story with his high school coach right before the news broke. I haven't typed it up yet, but it'll be up on the site ASAP.
Ironic in that he's a lefty, and it's another former LSU left-handed quarterback. His birthday today, and that's the lefty Mike Hillman.
Mike Hillman.
Hillman,
Boy,
yes.
You're going way back.
Going way back, but he was a good one.
Well, no, Johnson wearing number 14 like his dad did at Florida State and in the NFL, and heavily recruited. Again, 2020, we're looking at some video of him right now.
And look, here's the deal. Of course, the regular season is over. We'll wait to see what the bowl situation ends up. But you think now, right, with the early signing period in December, that whenever you get a text alert from TigerBait.com that there's a breaking commitment, you're automatically, your thought process thinks, well, it's a 19 kid. I think the majority of the commitments that you're going to be having here in the next 6 to 8 weeks are going to be 2020 kids.
Right.
Just from a number standpoint, there's more of them.
Yeah, Mike, now Brad Johnson's every bit of 6'5", and you also said that Max, who's the quarterback for 2020, has got a younger brother that's going to be big time as well.
Yeah, his coach was telling me about his younger brother, who's a freshman tight end, who's already 6'5" and 210 pounds.
As a freshman, okay.
Yeah, and LSU is already in on him.
All right, let's talk about 2019. Coaches are out on the road recruiting. Ed Orgeron has already been in several key homes. What have you heard about his visit and what the other coaches are going? What's the objective with 5 scholarship opportunities still out and available because they have 20 commitments?
Well, look, obviously the ones that you know are going to sign in a few weeks, you go ahead and make your in-home visits now. To go this past weekend and on Sunday and to use some of them, it's a little bit of gamesmanship. A lot of guys will want to wait to the last minute, but for the kids who are already committed, it makes sense to get your in-home visits out of the way now. And, he was in John Emery's house last night, and the assistant coaches are heading all over the place. And, I know the GA tight ends coach was looking at a tight end in Texas that's leaning to Texas A&M. They're looking to see if they can bring in for some late official visits in some positions of need. But it's the usual kids that we've been talking about that have been getting visits at the high school and in-home, the kids who are already committed.
We know their sights are set on a meet with the 2 prospects, Ismail Shropshire and Devontae Lee. I've heard needs at tight end. I've heard needs at an elite pass rusher. Where do they stand in those avenues?
And you also wonder about what about another corner? What happens if Deshaun Miller flips? He went and visited Texas A&M a few weeks ago, and he's been absolutely quiet. I talked to my Texas A&M source, and they're not getting any feedback, and that's kind of a worry too. You look at A&M right now. I was talking to my Aggie recruiting guy this morning. Even though they have 24 commitments in the third-ranked recruiting class in the country, he says that they're going to take 4 to 6 more guys. So there's obviously some guys on their commitment list that are going to get purged, and I think there's a couple of kids that LSU is trying to get in on that we're actually going to see an LSU A&M battle here on some of these outlier kids.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. Sopsher, Lee, done at quarterback, done at running back. Devonta Lee, of course, listed a receiver. I think you take him as an athlete, and he's a safety. Maybe Nakobe Dean, who they visited on Sunday. We give you that extra linebacker, and he's a hell of a football player. So it's going to be interesting to see these remaining spots. And then, of course, what might happen with Maurice Hampton, who's been committed to LSU as an athlete from Memphis for so long. Is he going to fall off? He's talking about visiting Florida and Ole Miss and Tennessee, and he's not going to sign in the early period. He's a high-round baseball draft pick next summer, so that is kind of a dangerous. You hate to, at a position of need, burn up a scholarship, have him sign a national letter, and then all of a sudden he's getting offered 7 figures next summer, and you don't have him.
Mike, what about the linebacker that Les Miles offered a scholarship to? Sparks? He was an LSU commitment.
Dante Starks?
Starks, yeah.
Yeah, he's got no chance.
Les has got no chance, but Miles offered him a scholarship like right after he got the Kansas job.
Huh. Well, I'm anxious to see who he
He's after the left-handed.
who he's able to hire, who he's able to coach, join his staff, because now he's battling Mac Brown for assistant coaches.
That's right.
They're kind of going to be fishing from the same pond, I think.
That's right. That's right.
Because they're both trying to convince coaches to come to schools that don't pay assistant coaches what they're used to being able to offer salaries.
Right.
Both at Texas and LSU. I think that's going to be an interesting storyline to watch.
You feel good about how this class is going to close, and you feel good about the early signing period where the majority of these kids will actually do their thing and sign on the dotted line?
I think the only position that is look, we talk about a linebacker, another defensive back, but to me it's all about defensive line the rest of the way. And I'm like, even if you get Sopsher, is that enough?
Really?
I think you need several more defensive linemen, and one of them being a edge rusher.
Okay.
You get Chase on back, and when we're going to be talking about spring football and what storylines we're looking for then, I'm certainly going to want to see what Dantrey Scott looks like from Faraday after a red shirt. But to me, you're going to need some future answers as far as an edge rusher, your Mingo, Arden Key, Montgomery. That type of guy. I mean,
do you?
When you're rushing 3 in the A&M game and you're not getting any pressure on the quarterback, because you don't have that type of guy. If you're getting to the quarterback and taking him down, most of the time it's because you're bringing Devin White or Grant Delpit or somebody like that on a blitz.
Wow. Well, do you think if they could do it over again, if they, in their mind of minds, are they going to get the right combination of 25, or do you think you just mentioned they may need more defensive linemen? Do you think if they could go and have a do-over that they would recruit more early on, or do you think they're fine with what they have?
This has always been the issue, and it's not just an Orgeron thing. It was a Les Miles problem. You like the fact that the NCAA has allowed you to expand your staff, but on one hand, you like coaches who are very good coaching the position, but you still got guys on the staff who don't bring you anything in recruiting. Okay. And so if Louisiana is not producing elite defensive linemen in any real numbers, we know for 2020 you've got some kids, but in this class you've got Evans, who's already committed, Sopsher, who you're battling Alabama for, but Is there anybody on your staff? Can Dennis Johnson go to Charlotte, North Carolina, St. Louis, Missouri, Winter Park, Florida, wherever there's a National 100 defensive tackle or defensive end or outside linebacker in a 3-4, that he can compete against Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, and hold his own and win?
Okay.
And LSU has not had a guy that's been able to do that for years. And it's not just this staff. It's gone back a ways.
Gotcha.
Hey, Mike,
So now if it's not Louisiana and you've got Jimbo at Texas A&M who's wanting to lock you out of East Texas and Houston, you need to seriously think about if there's going to be any evaluation or staff turnover this interim period, that you start bringing in some assistant coaches that can actually recruit.
Why can't Orgeron? He's a defensive line guy. Why can't he go? He can't do it as the head coach?
And that's been the head scratcher for several years.
Now, that's what I would do. If he's a defensive line guy, he's out there recruiting defensive linemen wherever they may be in the country.
Well, and that's kind of, where, people were getting kind of mad because you were saying, well, why didn't he get Marvin Wilson? Why didn't he get Isaiah Bucks? He's a defensive line coach. That's his job. That's his position. That's his baby.
Yep. I agree.
Hey, Mike, tell everybody about TigerBait.com and the $2 special you got going on right now.
That's it. It ends Sunday. People have been jumping on it for 3 days. We started running it Monday morning. We've been giving you $1 for a month. Now you get 2 months for $2 to try TigerBait.com.
You got to be
that
kidding.
That basically gives you the entire recruiting, 2 months of recruiting, December and January, for $2.
Mike, you must be in the Christmas spirit. I mean, you're just giving.
That's me.
Just giving.
That's me.
There you go.
All right, don't forget that story will be up later with Max Johnson's high school coach. Hey, Mike, as always, we appreciate it, and we'll visit again next week.
Looking forward to it. Talk then. Thanks.
All right. It's Mike Scarborough, TigerBait.com. Early signing period, less than 3 weeks
right
away.
around the corner, yeah. That pressure builds up now. Because you don't know. You don't know what kids are going to do. They change their mind like the wind. You just never know.
We're going to take a break, come back, shift gears a little bit, talk about that team that's won 10 in a row, the New Orleans Saints.
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
hear
those
from
guys.
Sean Payton, what a job's being done down there in New Orleans in the Superdome. And, of course, tomorrow night, Thursday night in Dallas to take on the Cowboys, who've been talking smack. What's up with them? Don't know.
I know.
But there'll be a watch party here at Scoreboards with boiled snow crabs, boiled shrimp, $1 Miller draft beer, $1 wine, all kind of great stuff happening.
You know what we call that? We call that a Marty party.
Yeah, it's a Marty party.
That's it.
Happy hour starts
That's
at
it.
4 o'clock, and they'll roll it on right through that Saints game, kicking at 7:20 from over in Dallas. We'll take a break, come back, talk a little bit about those New Orleans Saints. This is Tigers Roar, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and New Orleans. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Oh, great party.
Oh, thanks for coming, guys.
Better get that car warmed up.
I'm on it.
I don't miss those days.
Yeah, we just had a remote start installed.
Oh, us too. Nice.
It's gonna be nice and toasty.
Why don't we have one of those?
We're fine.
Okay, I can't feel my fingers.
I bet everyone else can.
You don't need a new car to have new technology. Mike's Audio, conveniently located on Airline Highway near the corner of Bluebonnet.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing. You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day. Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
For Total Home Pest Control, who are you going to call?
Call the Bug Man, 923-BUGS.
For total pest control for your home or business, call the original Salvant.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
We continue with Tigers Roar, and I'm really going to tease you now. Jordy and I have just eaten some boiled shrimp. Ooh. A+. Spicy, Louisiana, you got to love it. Boiled shrimp be happening during the Saints-Cowboys game, be happening Saturday night where they got all kind of college games on. The boiled shrimp, big selection right there, huh?
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, we didn't leave any during that break.
Ooh, spicy, but good.
The New Orleans Saints have been spicy
Yes.
and good.
Yes.
Let's hear from head coach Sean Payton talking about his Saints team and this matchup with Dallas, a place he used to coach at as an assistant.
In the past couple of years, I don't know if there's any relation, but did the Cowboys sort of set the blueprint for that, with the way their line developed?
I don't know. I think, listen, that blueprint, I think, has existed for a long time. I was taught as a young coach in this league that position group permeates throughout your locker room and your team. And you draft to it, you sign to it, and we've been fortunate over the years to have some really good offensive lines, and I just think it's critical to everything you're trying to accomplish.
How does Byron Jones look for them at corner?
Good. He's long. He's done really well. He's having a good year. He's real comfortable in their press technique. The scheme really fits his skill set. He's instinctive. He's got good ball skills. I think he's playing real well.
Just one of the things a lot of the players talk about is how the position coaches accept feedback from them and kind of take that stuff into consideration. How important is that just as a coaching staff to kind of have that dialogue?
Relative to just what we're doing? And
yeah, just allowing players to have some input instead of saying this is just the way we're doing it and not listening to, some of the things.
I think it's good. Every once in a while the suggestion box is in the lake. But I think, look, the object is to win and be successful and to constantly be thinking about different ideas and different ways to do things, and yet there's certain things from a technique standpoint, there's certain things from the fundamental standpoint that end up really being the difference.
Sean, when you say the offensive line permeates the locker room, what kind of attitude are you looking for from that unit?
Well, there's an intelligence and toughness element that I think is real important. Obviously a physical skill set, but when you get those five guys playing together for a period of time and they have some of those traits where they're smart, they're tough, they understand what you're doing, Does the scheme fit the strengths of those guys? And those would be a few of the things.
What has Dan Campbell brought to this team, in particular in his role as sort of the assistant head coach? I know he took over.
Yeah, listen, he's a fantastic leader. Obviously, played a long time in this league. He's everything you want. Extremely dedicated, hardworking. He's exactly how he was as a player, and I had the good fortune to know him both as a player now as a coach. And I tried to hire him a number of times and finally had that opportunity. So we're fortunate to have him.
And did you see that Chase Daniel got an opportunity to win that game on Thursday? He stepped up when needed. I think he's only started 3 actual games in his career.
Yeah, I thought, just looking at the film, I didn't see much of the game, but I thought he played well.
What is it about him that's had so many teams interested in wanting him?
Well, look, he's someone that can take the reps to the field right away. One of the challenges, if you're not the starter, is you don't get the same amount of reps. Now, obviously, he got more of the work that week, but he's smart. He's very competitive, and the ball comes out quick. But I thought he played well.
Keep on the offensive line. What has Dan Roshar done so well?
Roshar,
excuse me. Working into that group.
Well, look, he's a great teacher. I was with Dan at Illinois. I've coached with him before. He does a great job with those players from a technique standpoint. He develops the whole room, so you're not just working with the starters. And he's done a real good job with this group. But he came here initially, I think, running backs, and gradually moved to that position, and he's doing well.
When you could see that group kind of roll through a game, does that change how you call the game in a sense? If you see
what do you mean?
The offensive line kind of has something going, like you talked about, does it change you as a play caller a little bit in a sense on how they're going?
Well, look, I mean, if we're moving offensively and we're having success running the ball and throwing the ball, then obviously the call sheet looks big, and when you struggle, it looks smaller, but they're a big part of that, and I think it depends on the opponent. It depends on how that game's going.
When you say games take on different characters, so you can't always judge a performance by the score, when you look at the defense giving up fewer than 20 a game in the last 3 games, how much of that is indicative of their improvement, and how much of it is just the character of the game and other things going on with the offense and ball control?
It's probably somewhere in the middle. I think we are improving defensively. I think the team we're getting ready to play, when you look at their up to the last 3 weeks and then the last 3 weeks, their statistics are obviously much improved, and so you got 2 teams really that are playing good football playing in this game. But a lot of it is it's hard to say ahead of time how you think a game might unfold, and part of that is being able to adjust, to what both teams are doing. But I think we're improving defensively, and we're not a finished product yet. There's a lot of work. We've got to work to clean up some things. In the same way on offense, you look at the tape and you're never as excited as you think you might be, and that's why we're practicing.
When you guys got to Mario Davis, was the vision for him to be in that more multifaceted role, or was it up in the air between that and kind of playing in the middle?
Well, look, we had a vision for him being, an every down linebacker, and then relative to Sam or Mike or Will or Mike, we felt like he'd play Will or Mike. That was the vision, and we get so much nickel defense now that you're in 2 linebacker defense a lot of the time. So, but that was the vision.
I know you jumped in the dance circle last year with the guys after that Carolina game, but just how much do you think everyone enjoys sort of that locker room experience? Like, how would you describe that after?
Listen, I think it's important. The time you have after a game before the next game starts is really when your game finishes until you go to sleep. And so, these guys work hard, and you put a lot of time into the week, and each team takes on a personality with the new season, and I think that's the case with this year's team.
What do you think of Mike Nolan's moves?
I didn't see. Okay. All right, thanks.
Here we go.
right, there you have Sean Payton. The Saints are not just the talk of Louisiana, they're the talk of the nation.
The best team in the NFL, if they can just, and their defense is getting better. Marcus Davenport's back from the injured reserve. Secondary getting healthy. They're in a great position. They got the comfortable lead in their own division over Carolina. So keep on keeping the course.
We'll take a break, come back, let you hear some more from Sean Payton. Still to come, Drew Brees. All of that's happening here at Scoreboards. Tigers Roar, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans. Stay with us.
We've been fighting the war on drugs for a long time. We answer the phone 24/7, 365 days a year. On a busy night, we answer hundreds of calls. This war on drugs needs our intervention.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has helped people struggling with drugs and alcohol.
When the phone rings, we help people when they need it the most. When we get a caller into treatment, it feels right. It feels good. It's a blessing.
If you're struggling, drinking, using, and need to get clean, don't suffer alone in silence. Call Addiction Hope and Helpline.
Our people understand, and many are also in recovery. Call for support and strength. You can call for someone who can't or isn't willing. It's an act of love. Together we can help you beat this thing and erase addiction from your vocabulary once and for all.
Call 800-383-8177, 800-383-8177.
The Acord Eye Clinic has moved to a new office, just minutes from the old office at 8280 YMCA Plaza Drive, Building 9. Dr. Shonda Acord and her staff welcome patients of all ages, including children and adults. They have a wide variety of frames and sunglasses, including Maui Jim. The Acord Eye Clinic features modern instruments and state-of-the-art technology, including digital retinal scanning with Optomap, hard-to-fit contact lenses, as well as professional care and service. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5. Call for an appointment, 225-767-EYES, and visit the website, visionsource-br.com. The Acord Eye Clinic looks forward to seeing you.
They said I could find you here. Why are you fishing? Our company's got to ship out 2 full color brochures and 20 color copies. You're killing me.
It's done. Designed, printed, packaged, and shipped.
How?
You just got to know the right people. Baker Printing, the printing people.
How come you get to fish in this private lake?
Like I said, you just got to know the right people. You can know the right people too.
Are you ready for this year's formal events? Weddings, homecoming, Mardi Gras, prom, pageants. Debbie's Bridal is having an inventory blowout sale. Don't be left out. Prices range from 20% off to 80% off. Happening now. Debbie's Bridal, Burnside in Gonzales.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Hello. Hola. 你好.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
We continue with Tigers Roar. Before we get some more Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints, let's take a little trip around the state.
Good year.
Starting with those Southern Jaguars who win the Bayou Classic in the Superdome. Dawson Odoms. They snapped the 3-game losing streak to Grambling, and that makes them the SWAC West Division champions.
Yes.
Great job to win the Classic, and they will play this Saturday at 3:30 against the Alcorn State Braves at Alcorn. They call that stadium the Reservation.
Marino
about a little over
Stadium. How
a little
about that?
over 2 hours to get there from Baton Rouge. Jaguar Nation, you need to make that trip. Winner will go to the Celebration Bowl, but huge tip of the hat to the Jaguars for being the Western Division champs in the SWAC.
Oh, by the way, I told you I went to the Saints game on Thanksgiving night. They had the Battle of the Bands, Southern versus Grambling. The right team won that game too.
Nobody went to the concession stand.
Nobody went to the concession stand.
Concession stand sales were down.
The Southern Jags,
the human jukebox.
You got the prize.
Also, how about Tim Rebo's Nichols Colonels? They pick up a victory in the first round of the FCS playoffs. They beat San Diego, who traveled into Thibodeau.
Yep.
Now they'll travel to Eastern Washington for a 4 o'clock game this Saturday the 1st. You know what's the thing about Eastern Washington? The red football field.
Red football field.
Boise's
Cold,
blue.
rainy.
Theirs is red.
Yep.
But Tim Rebo and the Nichols Colonels will be out there. You can check it out 4 o'clock on Saturday. And then how about...
There's 5 schools that play in the FBS in the state of Louisiana, and for the first time ever, all 5 are bowl eligible.
Well, ULL, Billy Napier, they go 7-5 in his first year over there with the Raging Cajuns, and they are going to be in the Sun Belt Championship
First
game
ever.
against Appalachian State. They're big underdogs, but both teams are going to go to a bowl game. If the Raging Cajuns win, they'll be in the New Orleans Bowl. If they lose, they'll be in the Cure Bowl, which is in Orlando, Florida. So great job for ULL and Billy Napier and the Raging Cajuns as they get that done. Louisiana Tech today accepted a bowl bid to Hawaii to play the University of Hawaii. Tulane, they're crossing their fingers, Jordy, because there are 81 teams bowl eligible, only 78 bowl slots. So
They're going.
left out.
I think the team that's left out is ULM. I think ULM
I'm
is
talking
out.
about, out of the whole nation.
Yeah, I know, but I think ULM's also bowl eligible. I think they won't. I would not be surprised if the Cure Bowl is the loser of the UL App State game against Tulane.
There you go. All right, so back to the team of the talk of the nation, the New Orleans Saints. We've got some more Sean Payton for you. Here's the head coach of the Saints.
Yeah, it's good news. We played some good offenses. Cincinnati's good offense. Shoot, the Eagles are a good offense. I feel like we're playing a complementary game relative to time of possession, third downs, all of those things, and tonight was no different. Man, a lot of it's effort and belief. We had 4 of them, so, one right down on the half-yard line. Not getting ready to rank. Nope. Go ahead, Ed. Is it the what?
One of the better ones you've had since you've been here.
We'll see. Next question. Look, it certainly helps when you can hold an opponent to 20-some yards. It helps. When you know what's coming if they're one-dimensional, and that was the case tonight. Well, look, I think it's a good question. I think that we're constantly talking about, improvement or going the other way. And I think you can think it and you can want it and hope for it, but you have to at some point demonstrate it. And when you do that, then there's actual moments where you can see a young player gain confidence because of maybe he covered a kick a right way, or maybe he fit the run the right way, and then he believes he can do it, and he starts doing it over and over again. But I think that we're playing better, and we've still got work to do, but that's encouraging. Yeah, it was significant. I thought just holding them to a field goal after our turnover was a big possession. I don't know. I didn't realize that. I don't think we really pay attention to it. We're focused on the opponent and the plan, who's healthy, how we're going to, get guys involved. What are the things? I think what are the things that they do well, and let's ask them to do those things. And I think obviously Drew is someone who's very confident, in the preparation and confident in the players around him. There's a lot that goes into that, and all of a sudden you have a few big plays like we had tonight. Well, look, it's been a lot of different players, tight ends. You're always hoping to stay healthy, and yet we don't live in that world in this league, and so that's encouraging. And I'm excited for those guys that got opportunities, and we'll keep working to get better. Yeah, listen, sometimes it's a 6-7 hole play that cuts up. Sometimes it's outside. But I thought we played well up front. Right from the start. We ran a simple power scheme for a big gain. I think you credit Atlanta, and I say that they're dealing with a lot of injuries on defense, and they're playing without a lot of guys that have been really the heartbeat of that defense. Captains, Pro Bowl players, guys that we actually had a chance to coach last year, and that's those are big losses. No, not at all. Only because there's just so much football here. It's a division opponent. Certainly, I don't know. In our league, rivalry is not the good word for it, but two teams that have a long storied history of playing each other. They've been in, what was the NFC West for a while. Now it's the NFC South, and we've always had good competitive games, tough games. But we're way shorter focused right now, rather than extended like that. And I think that served us well. Every week I hear someone say, well, they're getting ready to hit the tough stretch of their schedule. And shoot, all these games are tough, starting with trips to Baltimore, trips to Minnesota, the Rams. The focus for us is the next game. We play a week from now. We'll be on a normal week schedule. People ask about tickets. It's always like, hey, text me the week of. I couldn't tell you who we play 3 weeks from now, and that's the way it should be. We're focused. We're focused on this game, and now we'll have to get ready to play a real good Dallas team who's playing well, who's really playing well in the last 3 weeks. I think pretty significant. Look, anytime you have a turnover, when they're in a threatening position, you can just do the numbers, do the math. And if you hold them to a field goal on third down, it's a 4-point play. If you get a turnover, it's a potentially 7-point play.
Coach, in the past, you've had these games 5 days where you've lost them both and it's been demoralizing. How is it to win 2 games in 5 days like this?
I'm trying to reference the games you're talking about. I mean, obviously we haven't played on a lot of home Thursday night games, but anyway, look, it was a good win.
Did you ever get a point in the game tonight where you felt like your defense was kind of in control, or felt comfortable?
Two weeks in a row, we've played teams that you have tremendous respect for their firepower and their ability to score. And when you play those teams, I don't know that you ever quite get comfortable because, I've just seen it happen. I've been a part of it in one playoff game in San Francisco, really. And I think that I was very comfortable when they were checking the ball down and throwing it underneath. with the clock being on our side. I was expecting maybe, we were concerned about, the quick strike plays with their skill players. And so I thought we handled that well. But, just like last week, those teams can score fast. I thought that was real important. It becomes a tough job when you're just throwing on every down, and he's an extremely talented player. Well, part of it was how we were playing coverage, and so a lot of it had to do with that. This year's, I think, I feel like in the last 6 weeks, he's made some of those steps that we were just talking about, and he's beginning to think that each week, he has those opportunities. So I'm pleased with how he's playing.
We continue with Tigers Roar here at Scoreboards. We'll take a break, come back. A lot to tell you about with Scoreboards. Connect on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Between Monday night football and Friday night fights, I'm lucky if I get to see a show that I like. He never hears the phone or the doorbell ring. I don't try to understand him. It's a male thing. He knows who
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down.
Taste the feeling. Bellello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing. You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day. Bellello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Hi folks, Clarence Buggs here. Coach Roger Cador would take the time to tell you how to catch our brand new show, The Roger Cador Show, but as you can see, he's kind of busy right now out at Scoreboards, Baton Rouge's newest sports grill with food that is absolutely amazing. Catch the show 8 o'clock Tuesday nights, 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays and on Pelican Television's YouTube channel as well. You want to come out and have a great time. It's awesome, isn't it, Coach? Mm-hmm. Told you.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge, a CLK multifamily management property. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments, Stop by Cypress Lake Apartments, call 225-293-6789, or go online, live at cypresslakeapts.com.
We continue with Tigers Roar.
I know we were talking about the Saints. Good news, Ricky Jackson, Hall of Fame linebacker, underwent some brain surgery. According to his daughter, surgery went well. He's going to be fine, so knock on wood. Get well soon, Ricky Jackson.
Hall of Famer.
Yep.
He was on Dome Patrol.
That's right.
He was the heart of the Saints defense for a long time. Repeating a story from a little bit earlier in the world of LSU recruiting. Earlier this evening, they got a verbal commitment from a key player for the 2020 class. He is a quarterback. We got some video. Max Johnson over in Georgia. His father, Brad Johnson, played at Florida State, won the Super Bowl as a quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, was a two-time Pro Bowler. And his son, Max Johnson, a left-hander. See, he's got something in common with you and I, Jordy.
Means he's great.
He's a left-hander for 2020, kind of a drop-back pass. You can see the video on him. He sits up, throws the ball well, and this is a big plus. We had Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com on a little bit earlier. He had a lot to say about him. His dad, Brad Johnson, the offensive coordinator on that team, there's a little brother who is a freshman tight end that's already 6'5". Brad Johnson's a big guy. It's down the road 2020, Jordy, but in looking at some of these highlights, the kid can throw the football.
You need a quarterback. You need to get a couple, and so that's always a good get. And now they're just trying to finish out this 2019 recruiting class. Early signing date coming up December 19th. They've got 20 commitments. They hope that that the group that they have all honors their commitment, and they wrap it up with 5 more. They may have to wait till the late signing period for that. But it looks like they've got 2 quarterbacks lined up as we speak for the class of 2020. Now, whether that holds true or not, time will tell.
Yeah, so you get a look at him, and again, there'll be a story posted later on TigerBait.com. Mike Scarborough spoke to Max Johnson's high school coach, so a lot of good insight, a lot of good information there as well.
You know what I love about these highlight tapes?
They don't throw an incompletion.
I've never seen an incompletion or an interception, ever.
And of course, the LSU coaches are burning up the roads, making the home visits, stopping by the high schools. They'll have a big presence in the Superdome in a couple of weeks when the LHSAA crowns, like 79 state champions or whatever they're going to do. LSU will be a big part of that. Colleges from all over the place. Well, that's awful. That select, non-select thing. That's a topic for another day. So it's recruiting because, as you said, the early signing period, December 19, 20, and 21.
And you want to wrap up as many as you can. LSU will know Sunday who they play, where they play, when they play, what bowl game they're going to. Who would you like to see them play? What would be one that piques your curiosity?
Washington State. I'm a fan of Mike Leach. Go out to the Fiesta Bowl New Year's Day and see how you can do against Washington State. I think that'd be cool.
Bring back Les Miles for one day and let's play Michigan.
Yeah, well, it could be Michigan. I don't like Michigan. I don't like Harbaugh.
I don't like Washington. I don't like any of them. So
well, we'll see. So again, a lot of speculation out there, but we'll find out on Sunday. We'll get everything. We'll get the 4 teams that are in the playoffs, and there's some stuff happening there too. All kind of scenarios and whatnot. So
if it's a close game and Alabama loses to Georgia, I think that's what Greg Sankey's hoping for. He wants 2 teams.
Then they'll have 2 teams
in the championship hunt.
Right. They would have 2 teams in, and Notre Dame's going to get beat by 30 by whoever they play. It'll be out of Clemson, Georgia, and Alabama then.
Notre Dame is better than the team that got skunked by Alabama in the national championship game. They're a better Alabama team, but I'll be curious to see what Georgia does. If Georgia can run the football, they'll have a chance. But if Alabama shuts down their run game and makes Fromm one-dimensional, they got no shot.
Alabama is a 2-touchdown favorite, but the over and under is a high number. So the wise guys are thinking there's going to be some points on the board.
We'll see. Saturday, I wish we had a dog in the hunt, but unfortunately we don't.
All right, don't forget about scoreboards on Coursey Boulevard between Sherwood Forest and Airline. A watch party for the Saints and the Cowboys Thursday night. They'll have express lunch. They open Tuesday through Sunday at 11 a.m. Happy hour starts Thursday at 4 o'clock. And then they'll have Dollar Miller draft beer, Dollar wine, boiled snow crabs, boiled shrimp, which Jordy and I polished off 2 plates of boiled shrimp. For the Saints and the Cowboys, come see if the Saints can win the 11th in a row on this Thursday night primetime game. And don't forget scoreboards. Follow them on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Don't think Sean Payton hasn't forgotten, because when they went on that 13-game win streak back in 2009, the team that ended their win streak was the Dallas Cowboys. So that's another little feather that they'll utilize to their advantage.
Right.
Don't let the Cowboys do it twice.
No, you can't let the Cowboys do that. So again, tip of the hat to the Southern Jaguars, winning their division in the SWAC. They'll play for the SWAC championship at Alcorn this coming Saturday. La Tech's going to go to Hawaii for the Hawaii Bowl and play at the University of Hawaii. Tulane's waiting to hear.
Raging Cajuns will play to New Orleans or Orlando.
Bowl game. So really good news for a lot of Louisiana football teams out there. So
don't forget Will Wade's basketball team plays again against Grambling on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock at Peach Palace. They're going to go inside out now. They've learned they're shooting too many threes. He wants to go back to a formula that he knows works. They're going to feed the inside. Three-pointers are much easier to come by if you go inside first. The defense collapses, they throw it back out. You're set, you're ready to go, let it fire. And they got to utilize their size more to their advantage.
You're always welcome to come out here and watch these TV shows on the sound stage, be a part of the audience. Tuesdays at 12 noon, Sports Update with Kate. Tuesdays at 3 o'clock, the Roger Kadar Show, hosted by Clarence Buggs. Coming soon, Overtime with Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar sports. We'll make the announcement on that as soon as we have it final. Jordy, glad you had a good Thanksgiving week.
I did.
Christmas is right around the corner, though.
I got to go shopping. Is it Cyber Monday still?
I don't know, but lots of holiday specials at scoreboards. Keep that in mind.
There you go.
Connect on social media. Keep up with it all. Better yet,
how about
just
your
stop
office
by.
party? Bring your office party to scoreboards and have a ball.
Yeah, have a whole lot of fun, and you'll enjoy it. And you got to get the bread pudding. It's through the roof. We didn't get any
and
tonight.
The shrimp,
but,
and the snow crabs, and the hamburgers, and the sauce. It's all delicious.
The brisket po' boy as well.
It's all delicious.
I want to thank all the folks who came out tonight to watch Tigers Roar. Appreciate the entire crew of Pelican Broadcasting. Most importantly, those of you that watch, those of you that spread the roar. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Chrysan. We'll talk to you again soon.
It's time to find out the truth about health insurance.
True or false? I can't get health insurance because I missed the open enrollment period. False.
If you had a life change, such as moving, getting married, having a child, or a job loss, you are eligible to buy a new policy.
I don't have a life-changing event, so I can't get health insurance. False.
You can purchase affordable short-term policies even if it's not open enrollment.
I have to spend hours shopping around for an insurance policy that's right for me. False.
Call Healthcare will connect you with licensed agents that do the work for you, comparing hundreds of options, making sure you get a policy that fits all your needs at the best price.
Call now and we'll connect you to a licensed agent that will answer all your questions. The call and the service are free, so what are you waiting for?
Call Healthcare, getting the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.